Alright, viewers, welcome to another episode from Anything About Everything. And today I'm doing another episode with my good friend Nivi here. Last time we spoke about pretty interesting things, and this time I have a few more questions that I have follow-up questions on. And also, I wanted to check in with Nivi in real time how our YouTube journey is going. So we'll dig in more about it. And before I say anything, thank you so much for doing it for me again, Nivi.
Hey, thanks for having me over here.
So how are you liking the life in US?
It's really nice. I'm having a lot of fun. And I thought it's going to be summer, like really hot and warm, but unfortunately it's really cold. So, except for the weather part, everything else is amazing.
On a serious note, we've been having, at least in Florida, this is the coldest winter I've ever seen. And in Florida, certain parts of Florida did have snow too. Snow and beach, I've never heard of it, but this time it did happen. So I don't know, it's one of those global warming thing. I don't know. So
Probably.
anyways, how is YouTube journey treating you? Last time it was before you launched the channel. Now you have launched the channel. So how is that journey going?
It's amazing. I'm enjoying the process so much. You have no idea. But I would say that I'm a little lazy. I need someone to push me, always say, okay, you have to do this video. I have my friends doing that and my family as well. And they have to literally push me, okay, you have not done it. Why don't you do your videos? And I want that motivation. But I do enjoy it. It's not like I'm being pressurized into it or anything. But I'm a little lazy, I would say. Apart from that, I'm really enjoying, and I feel that my YouTube is slowly picking, which I really love. It's not like the graph is not up, and it's not like it's dropped completely. It's like this, constantly growing. So that's something I'm really happy about. How's yours going? I see a lot of your videos too. You've been doing really good as well. So how are you enjoying it?
I love it. It's almost been 3 years, and mine, like I last time mentioned, it's a one-man show. You see a little bit of upgrade on the thing. Yeah, I genuinely love it. I see more of it, more like if I go back and if I go 20 years from now and I want to see my channel, I should be proud about it. So I try to see and craft my content around it, and I like to have fun with it. Now I'm dabbling a little with AI, trying to utilize AI to make it more streamlined, and being like I said, doing everything by myself, producing content, like writing the content, coming up with topics, and reaching out to guests, doing it all by myself. Not gonna lie, AI is a big help. It's helping me create more ideas and also pump in more content on the topics that I really like. Very exciting thing is I'm doing a book series with a very good friend of mine, Ranjan. He wrote a book about awakening the self within. It's more on a spiritual realm, and it's more like a course and a journey with him. So I'm enjoying that. It's not out yet. I'll send you the link once it's out. It's like a 7-episode series,
Oh,
and it's
that's
going to be
really
fun.
cool. So I've been meaning to tell you this. The last podcast, some of the clips went really, I think, I wouldn't say really viral, but they just went pretty well.
I don't keep account on the. I post it. There's an automatic scheduler that do it. I don't see how many views it's done. Most of the time, I don't even see my comments.
Yeah, but I kind of saw some of these articles where I think I made a comment saying that it's not about how much time you spend, it's about the quality time that you spend with your
100%.
partner. I made a comment like that, and it kind of it just picked on. And I saw few posts and stuff where it said, okay, Niveditha is giving life advice about love. Niveditha is giving advice about love and everything. That was I was like, okay, that's crazy. That's what I thought to myself.
So I remember my friends sending me that post, and one of my good friend and his girlfriend
Yeah.
also commented on the post. So yeah, I remember reading something around that. So
Yeah.
what do you think about that whole series of it going? And I saw comments like those. That's one of the few that I saw comments, because my friends did send me about it, and it said, you don't know what you're talking. And for the first time, like I could see, I mean, negative comments or positive comments, whatever, comments on my thing. So it was kind of new to me. For me, it's very nonchalant. But what would you like to say about all those comments?
I don't know. Now that you ask me what you got to say, it's like a little weird because I'm entitled to my own opinions. Like how they can just, they're free to say, people are free to say what they want, but at the same time, that's how I view about, I mean, how my views are about love. So what I feel is, people can comment what they want, but at the same time, that's my opinion about love, how I view love as, so I can, so for me, that was my opinion. If people agree with it or not, that's none of my business, because that's what I would want in a partner, right? So if they choose something else from their partner, that's okay for them, but that's what I felt at that moment, and that's what I said. So I really don't care. I feel that whatever the comments that you got were like really less. I get like lots and lots of negative comments, so probably I really don't care anymore. So
yeah, I mean, to be honest, like that was very nice thing that you said. Like it's more about quality or quantity. It's not that you have to spend 10 hours with your spouse without brainlessly being on your phone or watching something, but try to like consciously be with your loved one, right?
yeah.
So again, it was kind of interesting because I'm an analytical guy, so I think most of the viewers who viewed on it clicked away after 30 seconds, and this we spoke, I think, later part of the podcast. So I don't think most of them even got a context of what we're trying to see, what we're trying to say. But I mean, social media is definitely a funny world. If I see the same clipping is on YouTube, the same clipping is on Facebook, I didn't check again anything on Facebook. I'm very active on YouTube because I try to comment there, and my main platform is YouTube. I didn't get any bad comments or anything on YouTube. It was interesting.
Yeah, so going back to YouTube and stuff, I know that you are working on it and you want to grow your channel, and same with me as well. And while we were speaking also, we just like, we had spoken about what are your goals, what you want to be. So I have this question, okay? So have you become somebody who you thought you would become?
It's a really good question. I don't know if it's my podcasting channel or your podcasting channel, but still I'll answer.
I'm just curious, so.
Have I become who I wanted to be? When you say who I wanted to be, when I was a kid, who I wanted to be, or?
No, I don't mean that. If you're talking about that, when I was a kid, I wanted to be so many things. Okay, I believe you wanted to be something else, Joe. What did you want to be when you were a kid?
I always wanted to be a movie director.
You always, but yeah, see, that's what I asked.
Oh, when I was a kid, like when I was a kid,
No,
I wanted to be
I
wanted to be. Have I told you that story?
No.
So, it's a funny story. So, I grew up in a house where my mom and dad both worked, and very close to my house there was a women's nurse hostel. So most of the time, like, they used to come and play with me, and my mom used to be, if my mom is late from office, they used to take me to their nursing home, and I used to be there. It's Yalamadasapa Hospital in Double Road. I still remember the name. So there, my mom used to, after office, she used to come and pick me up. So when I was a kid, I was a chatty kid. Everybody used to ask me, what do you want to become? What do you want to become? What do you want to become? And I used to be like, there's something that I want to become. I've seen them doing that, but I don't know what it is, right? And the expectation just blew up. Okay. And then one of the days, my mom also was thinking, like, what is this? What is this? And then once, when she came to like pick me up from the hospital, then I said, Mom, I'll show you. I like, you always ask me what I want to become. My mom was like, oh, probably she saw a doctor or like, surgeon, something like that. She's like, oh, she was also curious, and she came. And in most of the hospitals in Bangalore, at least, like, you have a watchman standing near the stairs, like where they let them in, and if they have a pass. I showed that, and I wanted to become that. And my mom started laughing. She's like, why that? I'm like, can you believe how much of an easy job it is for him? All he has to do is open the gate and close the gate. If you're paid for that, what else would you do in life? So that is what in my life I wanted to first become as.
See?
Yeah.
So, no, but anyway, I definitely did not want to know what you wanted to be as a kid. But I feel that as you grow older, your thoughts change and you have that one goal that you want to achieve.
No, I've not reached that yet.
And what is that?
Directing a movie
Mm,
by myself.
really?
What about you?
Me? Okay. I want to do so many things at once. I'm never happy with one thing. If I was working in an airport, and then as I was working, I wanted to study higher. And then I picked that up. And then later on, I went to the entertainment industry. And now I want to like study again. So I'm always battling between two different things. I'm always like, okay, what if that path was much
Better.
more better for me, or and then I do choose that, and then I'm like, okay, what if this one was better? I come back. So I'm always doing back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. But I would say I don't really have a definite goal. I wanna like enjoy anything that I wanna do. Even if it's like doing my masters or anything, I just wanna enjoy doing that. Even with my work, I don't want it to be like I don't want it to be something really boring. I want it to be I want my workplace to be so nice and super fun where I'm actually enjoying it. So I think I want something like that, but definitely not like you where have some aim or something like that.
There's one thing in particular.
No. I
Really?
wouldn't say. Mm-hmm.
Interesting. And are you happy with jumping around and doing a lot of stuff? Does that give you happiness or does that give you stress?
Right now it's stressing me out, but most of the times I'm just doing things parallelly. Most of the times I've been happy with what I've chosen.
You've always been
Yeah.
happy. Do you have any regrets?
Not really.
Okay.
See, I feel that if at all I hadn't worked for a year, I would have always been like, how would my working life be? Would I be happy in that field? That would always be on my mind. Since I did really work, I don't have that. I'm still happy that I chose that.
You said you wanted to study, so what field of interest are you thinking of?
AI.
AI?
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because AI is booming and I really like ChatGPT.
ChatGPT?
Yeah, so I think I would probably wanna know more about it and learn more about it. I feel that's pretty interesting.
So that's what you're planning to do?
Mm-hmm.
It's definitely up and coming for sure.
Yeah.
Anybody who's looking for future AI engineer, AI prompt engineer, yeah, for sure.
But I would say that thinking about all of this definitely adds on to some pressure. Don't you think so?
100%. That's why I kept asking you, because I do a lot of stuff too, and sometimes it's so much pressure to do, because my podcasting I do it after work, 6 to 9 or something like that, on weekends, and I have like a full-time job which keeps me busy, and I love playing cricket. So doing multiple things, sometimes I also feel like
Yeah.
I'm burnt from both
I
the
know.
ends. Yeah.
Like I said, I don't really have any regrets, but I do feel that if I don't have something figured out in a few years, it would be really bad for me, and that's the pressure that I don't like. I may say that, okay, I do enjoy doing a lot of things, and I'm not really sure of what to do. I'm jumping here from one thing to another. I know it sounds a little fun now, but having to think about it in the longer term, it's like, that pressure is like building.
That is true.
Yeah.
I understand where you're coming from. True.
So, do you think you have your life figured out?
Oh, I don't think I have my life figured out at all, no. But my friends, like few of my friends, they tell me that, you're in the right track or something, but I don't know. I've never met anyone who would say that their life is figured out.
Yeah.
Have you?
No, but some of my friends, if I look at their lives, I feel that at least to some extent they know what they're doing, and they're pretty happy with that. So I'm like, okay, probably they have it sorted. And I think probably that's nice, but again, I don't really know if it works for them or not. So I don't know.
That's that's very interesting thought. Like, I've also thought, like, have I figured my life out? I don't know. I don't think so.
I don't think anybody would have figured out. I just want to like think of it that way and stick to it.
Yeah, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
What is I know we spoke a little bit about happiness in the last episode. So what are you like in your whole life? Or I know you said a little bit about pressure, but are you happy in your life? And how do you be happy? Like, I've heard you saying, oh, like a lot of people tell I'm happy and stuff. Like, what is that?
So even yesterday I had posted a story on my Instagram where it's like ask me anything kind of question, and a lot of them had asked me like, how are you happy all the time? How come you're so positive? How are you handling life? You're so happy always. Seeing those questions definitely make me happy, and I think to some extent I'm a very happy person and a positive person as well, but only the people who are very close to me, they can see me acting like a crazy person at times where I show all my emotions. It's just not happiness, but I would say that I'm pretty good at not holding any emotion within myself, and I just show my emotions. If I'm happy, I'm happy. If I'm sad, I'm sad. If I'm angry, I'm angry. So yeah, probably that's it. So mostly that's why I just come off as a happy person, because most of the times when I'm happy, I'm like taking pictures, making videos and posting it on Instagram. So I think that's what makes me positive. Do you think so? Because you know me you have met me for a few days. Do you think I'm a happy person, a positive person?
I definitely think you're a happy and positive person.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I give you that vibe.
100%. 100%. Yeah.
Yeah. What about you?
What do you mean, what about me?
Are you a happy person?
I don't know. Like, am I happy internally? Probably. I see, that's a very deep question. I don't know if I'm...
But what is happiness according to you?
I think we spoke about...
I know that we spoke about it, but when I asked you, are you a happy person? You thought of it as a very deep question.
See, at this point, I'm going through... I wouldn't say a lot of things. There's few things in job change and in my new job, trying to prove myself, and those momentary aberrations. That's what I'm going through. But if I have to look at myself in a macro lens, I feel very grateful for where I am, for the position that I'm in, and where I can be financially independent, and people who are dependent on me also could be independent themselves. So in that case, when I see, I'm very happy. I'm very happy, very grateful. I wouldn't want to change anything. But this momentary aberrations, when I'm going through like a lot of stuff at once, am I happy at this moment? Yeah, it depends, right? I was thinking, when you asked about happiness, I was thinking about my momentary aberrations, and to reiterate like what I said in the last episode, it's more of like going back to the drawing board, journaling, and looking at where I am, what else I have to do, and those are the kind of things.
But I feel that you just can't. Okay, everybody goes through something, and you cannot define happiness on what you're going through. If, for instance, if something happened today where that moment put a smile on your face or something, that's happiness, right?
Yeah, that is according to you though, right?
Yeah, obviously. Yeah. I feel that in a day you can have several emotions. You can be happy, you can be sad, you can be angry, but I just feel that you shouldn't, nobody can be happy 24/7. You cannot carry an emotion for a long time. If you're happy every day, there is no value to happiness. True. If you're sad every day, you cannot be sad every day. That's what I'm saying.
So let me answer it this way. You said, what is happiness according to me, right? For me, happiness is peace. So I would say...
You don't have peace now.
I don't have peace now. Yeah, exactly. If I reach that level of peace, then I'm good. So,
Okay.
yeah.
I'm not saying that it won't happen, but what if what you're thinking, it's not gonna happen, so you're gonna be sad throughout.
What if what I'm not? Like,
Okay, so now you're going through a job change where you said, I have to prove myself, and you've injured your hand, right? That also, I mean, you said that too, and that's also make you're not happy because of that, or it's not letting you be happy.
no, there's so many other personal things that I'm going through, which I'm not gonna put it out on my channel. So it's just like too many things at once.
Yeah, but okay, let's say, but those are gonna remain like that for a long time. So you choose not to be happy.
Probably you just learn to live with it, and then you find peace in it.
Yeah. So if you said for me happiness is peace, and if you
Yeah,
learn
I
to
like to
peace-
see happiness as peace. Yeah.
Okay.
What are you trying to get at?
I want you to be like be excited about happiness.
Oh, you want me to be excited
Okay,
about
so
happiness?
so what I'm saying is, you're definitely going. You're probably going through something. Okay. And it's everything's gonna get better. It's gonna take a while to get better. And let's say all the things you're going through, everything got sorted after 10 days. It's gonna make you very happy. But do you think that happiness is gonna last for longer?
No.
It's gonna go immediately, right?
Correct.
So what I'm saying is, you're telling happiness is having peace.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I just
Okay,
feel
let
that
me
you-
define.
Huh.
Let's get more granular here. Peace is more of not getting attached to any outcomes. At this point, I'm getting attached to outcomes, and I'm not there yet. So peace is I have to not get attached to any outcomes, and that's where I'm trying to find happiness in, at least at this point of my life. And my happiness, for me, from a long time, happiness has been a moving goalpost. When I came to US, it was finding a job, and you're absolutely right. What you're telling is you're absolutely right. If you solve, then will you be happy? Will you be happy? Will you be happy? And that's why probably I use the word peace very loosely. I should be more specific with it, like not getting attached to the outcomes and seeking that. And again, I'm a work in progress, so I'm trying to do that at this point. For me, like I said, last 3-4 months has been pretty brutal. What I'm trying to get at is I don't want to get stuck in this result oriented happiness, right? So if I prove myself, then I'll be happy. But I'm acknowledging that I'm doing that at this point, right? So probably if I do that and try to take everything on a level playing plank, then I would reach that stage of peace. And that's how I want to see myself in the long run. And I feel like this is a journey that I have to go through. I might sound like a very big philosopher, but it isn't. I don't care how I sound like, but I feel like that's the journey that I have to go through to get there. And I'm trying to reminisce everything and see and exactly question the way you questioned me, saying, is this what happiness is? Like the moving goalpost that I spoke about. Job, and then earning money, and then finding a good place to live, and then starting a podcast, or it's always been moving goalposts, right? So when will I ever be happy? I won't.
No, I'm not saying you won't. I'm just thinking about what you said, and yeah, I was just thinking, man, I don't have anything figured out, but I look like a person who is just happy all the time.
No, that is good spot to be in, because you answered yourself in I don't know why I'm bringing up last episode a lot. Probably it's self-advertising, but anyways. In last episode, when you spoke about happiness, my cousin did mention about this. When you spoke about happiness, you said happiness is rain, going to the beach, playing in the beach. That is happiness for you. And when it came to me, I went a very a nerdy answer, happiness is progress and things. So we both see happiness in a very unique way. And I don't think neither one of us are right. But at this point, your approach is a better approach if you ask me. Trying to find happiness in smaller things, trying to find peace in smaller things. And so it's not that I'm always unhappy. Like, I see happiness as a bigger term. When you say happy, right? For you, you said I show all the emotions. Like, I'll be angry and I'll be sad and I'll be crazy and I'll be happy. Like, I'll be sad. Like, you see all that emotions, and that happens to me as well. But when I see happiness as a bigger term, like, how do I be in solitude? That's the right word. Thank you. So solitude, that's what I'm trying to aim at. That's it.
Yeah.
I hope I answered your question.
You did.
Yeah.
Speaking of emotions, the other day I was just talking to my brother and I was like, today I woke up and I just thought I'm gonna be angry and irritated, okay? And my brother was like, what? Everybody's gonna wake up and they're like, I wanna have a great day today. And you're like, today I woke up to be angry and I wanted to be angry, irritated. What is wrong with you? So I'm somebody like that. My entire mood depends on how I wake up.
Is it? Interesting.
Yeah.
I feel you're a kind of person, like they say, I wear my heart on my sleeves kind of person, where you just like out and about. I don't know, not for everyone, but to people who you're close to, like your brother and stuff. I feel you're like that kind of person.
Definitely.
Yeah. And I fall on the other side of the spectrum, where I'm
very calm, composed.
I don't know if I'm calm and composed, but I try to like not show a lot of emotions to anyone. Just keep it to myself. Even if I'm angry, I try to walk out of the situation. I don't utter a word. Let me ask you this. When is the last time anyone who's angry and has taken a right decision? Like in the mode of anger or said the right thing?
Definitely not.
Exactly.
I feel that one must never take any decision when they are angry.
Exactly.
If you do, it's really bad.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So for me, like, recognize that emotion is the first step, and then
But I can never do that, you know. See, like how I said, if I'm happy, I just show it. If I'm sad, it just shows on my face. And if I'm angry, it just have to like come out, and I have to tell, okay, I am angry. You did this, you did that. I just want to just like
vent it out.
Yes, I want to do that. And I've tried this many a times. Okay, if I'm angry about somebody, okay, let's say my best friend and I, we are going through a fight. I'm like, okay, let me take a step back, let me process my thoughts and then talk to her. No, if I'm angry, I just have to say that, okay, you did this, I'm really mad at you, I don't like it. I just have to say that. I mean, I just end up saying that. It's not always the right thing to do, and I think it's never the right thing to do, but I cannot just keep it inside me. The more I keep it, the more hurt I get, and my head starts hurting. I stress a lot. But if I just say what I'm feeling, I feel much lighter, and I really don't care if the other person vents out too. I just want that to happen. I don't want the other person to like just keep it, store it, just and say and come the next day and be like, okay, you did that. This made me angry, and talk in a calm tone or anything. No, I don't want that. I want the other person also to vent out and just sort it out within 5-10 minutes and just move on.
Talking about this venting part, is it okay to lie to someone to make them happy?
No.
Oh, is it?
Mm-hmm.
Then what about if someone genuinely cooks for you and you don't like it? But would you say that you don't like it, or would you say you would like it?
I would look into the effort. So let's say you cook for me, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And it's terrible.
Mm-hmm.
I would eat it, but I would definitely, if you asked me like how is it, I would say it's very nice, thanks for making it.
And that is a lie.
Yeah. Let me complete. And then I would just bring out something like, probably I would say maybe this is slightly wrong, maybe you should work on it, but in a nicer tone maybe I would say that. Okay, let's say you added more salt. I would say it's a little salty, but I still appreciate the effort. Thanks for cooking. I would say thank you.
That is still a lie. That's what I'm saying. That is still a lie.
How is is it a lie?
It's not good. So if you're so there's two stands to it, right? It's like you say that I'm not gonna lie. So you just say, I mean, you really took a lot of efforts. That's good, but it's not good.
Okay. Do I have the lenience with the person I'm talking
Yeah.
to? Okay. Let's say if it's
You
someone.
remember the salad situation?
Oh yeah, that was bad. Okay.
Yeah, that was bad.
I don't like it.
Yeah, but you said
See,
it was amazing.
Wait, let me tell you this. Okay, it was good. I'm not gonna lie that. I'm not gonna say that it was bad. Okay, let's give the context. No, was it bad to taste? I don't know because you said a lot of your friends liked it. Maybe
Loved it.
Yeah, loved it. Okay, maybe your friends loved it. Maybe it's a really good salad, but I'm not a salad person. So I don't like it, but that doesn't mean that it's not good. It's not good to taste. It's just not good for my taste buds.
That's exactly what you got to say. You shouldn't say, "Oh, this is amazing. This is the best salad I've had." That was the word that came out of your mouth. So that's a huge lie.
No.
That's called fibbing. So if you're not a salad person and all, that shouldn't be there.
If my mom's cooking, okay, and I have all the rights to tell my mom it's not good.
Well, she's put in efforts now.
Yeah, she's put in efforts. She should also know how to cook after so many years.
See, that's what I'm saying. You have to look at that in a level playing plank for everyone.
No, wait. She's my mother, okay? I've been with her. I've lived with her for so many years. I know what she's gonna take, and we have that. We know our vibe, and we are really friendly with each other. So I can just tell my mom saying that, "Mommy, it's not nice. I don't want to eat it." I know she's put in a lot of effort. Am I a bad daughter for not eating her food? Probably.
Not probably, yes, for sure.
Okay. Yeah, probably. But my dad's gonna eat it. It's not like it's gonna go to waste. That's something I wouldn't like. But since I'm saying my mom and I, we are friendly, so it doesn't really matter if I'm just honest or anything. She's just gonna take it in a lighter way because I'm not. Honestly speaking, I'm not demanding, okay? I'm just gonna eat whatever they give it to me. But I'm just saying that even if I have to comment on it, it wouldn't matter. I mean, she wouldn't take it seriously because we have that bond. But let's say I go to a friend's place, I'm meeting them for the first time and they cook something really nice. It's just that time and effort. They don't have to do it, but they still took some time from their life to just cook for me. I can't just be like, okay, this is terrible. No, I can't say that.
See, you're taking it into extremes. That's what I'm saying. So when you said, oh, you shouldn't lie because someone has put an effort, but you're lying. So that's what I'm saying.
I'm not going to lie. I'm just going to be like, yeah, it's nice. That's it. Okay, let's say if it's salty, I'm going to be like, yeah, it's a little salty. If there is no salt at all, I'm just going to be like, you could have added a little more salt. It would have been more tasty. It's just the way you tell it.
You're still not getting the point. If you don't like it, okay, taste differs. If you don't like it, you can straight up say, this might be a good salad, but I am not a salad person. So I'll eat it, but I'm not a salad person. Okay, have a couple bites and it's okay. You don't have to say, wow, this is the best salad I've had, best salad. And 2 weeks later, that was pathetic salad. I'm not a salad person at all. So that kind of.
Okay, so you know what he's getting at? He made a salad the other day. I ate it and it lied, saying it was the best salad I've ever had. But in reality, I'm not a salad person and I didn't like it at all. But I just didn't want to hurt his feelings. After a while, I went ahead telling that it was not that great and it just came out by mistake. It's not like I intentionally told you. I was talking, he was like, you like salad anyway, no? We'll eat salad. And I just didn't want to eat a salad. I just didn't want to eat salad. So I was like, I don't like salad. And you were like, then why did you eat the other day? I said, I didn't like it the other day. And then you caught me saying, then you told me it was the best salad. Okay, that was it. You're really sad that I lied to you?
Yeah.
Okay, don't be sad.
It's okay. I'm not crying.
So we were talking about being happy and everything. No, I have one more question to ask you and I already know what you're going to answer. But still I'm choosing to ask
Why are you behind my happiness now?
I'm not. I'm not behind happiness. Because you were talking about happiness, I've got another question on mind. Okay.
Sure.
Okay, so what do you think about this? Romanticizing life versus living in reality, like living the real life.
Definitely living the real life.
Well, I told you, right? I know your answer. Why do you say
I also know your answer.
Ah.
Okay. What? I want to live in reality. I don't want to fantasize. If I have fantasies, I want to make it come true. When I say fantasies, like for example, I want to travel Europe. That's my fantasy. I don't want to be in a fantasy land that one day I'll do it. I want to work towards making it realistic and go do it and experience it. So that's how I want to live a realistic life. And yeah, so that's my answer. Definitely realistic life.
Okay.
Tell me your.
I want to romanticize my life. I'm the main character of my life. Everything I just want, it's just like my own bubble where I'm living. Like for instance, if I'm going out on a walk, it should feel like a nice movie scene where I'm walking down the path. There's music running in my head. I'm just talking about like being the main person or the main character in your own life. Just romanticizing your own life. For instance, today I had coffee in the morning. Just enjoy having that coffee. That coffee gave me a really bad, it just upset my stomach so badly. But that doesn't matter. While drinking the coffee, I enjoyed that moment.
That is just living in the present. It has nothing to do with fantasy world or anything. That's just living in the present.
Yeah, but you're enjoying it. What I meant is, okay, like I said, sorry, let me just give you another example, okay? Let's say you're going to the beach. No, not beach. Beach is a fun activity. Let me give you another boring example. Okay, let's say you're sad. What do you do when you're sad?
It's a very good question. What do I do when I'm sad? I'll try to watch a movie. Just try to get away from my sadness, probably. Yeah. Go meet friends.
I enjoy my sadness. What I meant is, if I'm sad and when I'm around people, okay, I probably might tell them, you see, I'm sad, and they might do something to cheer me up, and all of that is okay. But if I'm alone and if I'm sad and there is nobody around me, and I'm not talking to anybody, I play some music, I go through the sadness. There is a whole ritual that I do around it. So that's what I meant. So if you're somebody who's just like living life and take it as it is, you're just like, oh, okay, I'm sad and move on. That's it. That's what I feel. So you don't do that?
I don't know what. Sit in sadness, put a sad song and everything.
I don't put sad songs.
Then?
When I'm sad, I put happy songs.
When you're happy, you put sad songs.
Trying to balance, trying to stay balanced. Let me ask you another thing. What do you think about overthinking?
I think overthinking is always bad.
Yeah.
Thinking is good. Overthinking is very bad.
I feel that I overthink a lot. The matter is only this much.
You do?
Yeah.
And why?
See, again, like I told you, it's the silent treatment or anything. Let's say, for instance, I have a problem with somebody or we are having some argument. If at all we argue and solve it and move on, it's just gonna be like, it's just gonna end it over. It's just gonna end right then and there, okay? But if not, I'm just gonna like spiral. I'm gonna like think about so many things. Like, why did that person say this? What would be the intention behind that? Probably it's just nothing. It's just my thoughts feeding the energy that I would be presenting at that moment. It's just like it just builds. It just builds onto something really bigger, and the anger builds, and I think that's definitely not right. But I'm still working on it. I don't know how to I'm still working on it. I shouldn't be doing it, but I still do overthink a lot.
Yeah, I used to overthink, or I wouldn't say over. I've rarely overthought anything, but there are a few situations where I've been going on a downward spiral, like you said, with the unknowns. And my buddy Dan, he used to ask like, "What's the worst thing that could happen? Like, what's the worst thing?" And then when you think about it, what's the worst thing? And sometimes the worst thing is pretty bad, right? He's like, "Can you live with it?" Yeah. So that's it. So for me, that really helped when I was in that overthinking phase of, at that point, just thinking what's the worst that could happen. For example, if you have an altercation with a friend or a misunderstanding with a friend, like, what's the worst thing that could happen? Worst. They already think I'm an evil and we're not going to talk to each other. That's the worst thing. Can I live with it? Yeah. If I cannot live with it, I'm just going to go and talk to them. That's it. So it's done. So I feel that helped me a lot.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna take that into me for me as well. You know, that piece of advice. Probably the next time I overthink, I'm gonna use it.
Yeah, think.
But we were speaking about overthinking, right? And I also brought up arguing with a friend and everything. So I have one more thing to ask you. Let's say two people are arguing. Do you think you have to address that like a lawyer or a scientist?
I didn't get a question.
Okay, so let's say you and I are arguing. Do you think we should like point fingers at each other like a lawyer, or find out why we are fighting and who is in the wrong, or what would why would you be arguing? Just look into each other's perspectives like a scientist.
Well, the
Go
answer
deep.
is definitely scientist. It's easy to say, but at that point, what's happening is both of them feel that they're right. Okay, and both of them are feeling that they're misunderstood. So it's not pointing fingers, it's just saying you're not seeing my point of view, you're not seeing my point of view. At that point, what really helps is taking a moment of silence, going back, sitting and thinking the whole perspective, and seeing if I am in that person's shoe and if I'm treated the same way, would I like it? I think 90% of the time it would give the answers. Yeah, like I said, like I've heard that thing, you should argue, you should have conversations or altercations like scientists, not like lawyers or something. But it's very easy to say when you're in that moment, like it's very difficult to see. So that's why I feel like a moment of silence or a moment of being away and trying to think through things is much more important than at that point trying to solve the issue. You cannot solve the issue. You can always understand the issue and try to maneuver around it. So yeah, we started with your YouTube journey. Going back to the YouTube journey, I remember you mentioning that you want to hire a logo maker, editor and everything, and I did give you my 2 cents saying, with whatever that I have accomplished, I want accomplished is a big word, but with whatever I've been doing, I kind of mentioned try to do it all by yourself and you would love it. Are you genuinely loving it, or is it a pressure that's created extra pressure on you?
No, not really. I'm actually enjoying it, and I'm creating the thumbnails as well. Some of them are really good, some of them are not that great, probably. But
Oh wow, you're creating the thumbnail. It's coming out very good.
yeah,
Yeah.
thank you. So I think, yeah, I'm just enjoying it, honestly. Like I mentioned the last time, I just didn't know what was happening, who was creating the thumbnails, or I wasn't really into it. But now, since I'm doing most of the work, maybe I would say 100% of the work, I'm really enjoying it.
Awesome. Like I said, that's pretty important. Going like last time we spoke a lot about love, and most of my friends, like who I know, loved that bit of the podcast, definitely. And I want to dig in more into that. So we spoke about what love is. What are a set of green flags for you in a person if you're seeking relationship, and what are a set of red flags for you?
Okay.
And can a person only have green flags and only have red flags?
I don't think a person can have only green flags and probably they might be a walking red carpet. But I don't think anybody would be just a green flag. Okay, this is really tough. Let me say, okay, green flags, I wouldn't want to like point out major things which is a green flag to everybody, but I would want to state subtle things. Like for instance, one of the green flags that I feel is if you cook something for somebody and you give it to them and they just eat it, whether it is bad or not. I feel that's a green flag to me.
That's nice. And
someone who just appreciates you, acknowledges the effort. I feel that's a nice thing too. And what else? Yeah, and also who has a very good relationship with friends and family. I think that's a huge deal. You can say a lot about a person you can say a lot about a person with who he hangs out with.
Yeah, there's a thing, right? You become the average of 5 people who you spend your most of the time with.
Yeah, so if he has good friends, definitely the person is really good. I feel that. And most of the other qualities, like whether he cooks for you or he does chores and all of that, I think that those are like basic, right? Those are like just basic manners. You don't have to glorify somebody because they're doing something. That's just sweet, just a nice normal behavior. Because I've seen a lot of them saying or do, definitely it's a good character where they have to be acknowledged and stuff, but I would say that's actually something basic that anybody has to do. Just help your partner with cooking, or if your partner cooks, if they're doing the dishes, it's just all nice things where you're completing the partnership. You don't say, I cook for you, so you have to do the dishes. You cook for me, so you do the dishes. You don't have to say that, is what I feel. It just goes without saying. It's all about partnership. That's why I mentioned the subtle things that they do, like just enjoying each other's company and not complaining about your partner behind their back. I feel that's also major green flag, which they're not supposed to do.
Interesting.
What about you?
Green flags? What do I look for in a person? Most of what you mentioned, for me at least, because I do a lot of things and I'm always involved in a lot of activities, for me personally at least, is someone who could understand that and be a part of my life journey and feel it more exciting. I would like that. For me, that is a green flag for sure. They'll understand and they'll be hand in hand with most of the things that I do. Just understand, that's it. And then that's a simple green flag for me.
I think it's just that you have to bring the best versions of themselves.
Exactly.
If I can be the best version of myself around my partner, that's a huge green flag, because I believe that if your partner, if you're not with the right partner, your whole body changes, you get stressed out, you're just not happy, and it can be seen on your face. And if you completely change into another person, or if you're just not the same person around after they entered your life, I feel that's when you'll know that that's a major red flag. If your partner can bring the best version of yourself, it's a green flag.
Makes sense. And I also want to add one more thing for the green flag, at least for me, is relationship with the family. Like if they have a really good relationship, sometimes it's like traumatic, not their fault, but you could see that if they have a really good relationship with their family, they love spending time with family, that means for me, I personally consider that as a green flag. So we spoke about green flags. What are the red flags for you?
I feel over saying something and under delivering. I feel that's a red flag. Don't say something if you can't do it. I know sometimes, not sometimes, most of the times, let's say you're saying something and it doesn't happen, at least own it. Okay, I know I said this, but it's not happening and I'm really sorry. I mean, you can at least say that. But there are few people, I would say, at least I've seen some of my friends experience it. Like, something happens, they just overpromise and they don't deliver it at all. And they don't even acknowledge it. I feel that's like a red flag.
What else is a red flag?
What else is a red flag? Obviously, if they're abusive, that's a red flag. And just thinking the other person's emotions are not really worth it. Probably you think it doesn't really matter. I would say that's also a red flag. You can say that if you are having a fight or something, both of them can be wrong or even one of them can be right, but I'm sure that if you are in a relationship or something, definitely your partner it's not in your partner's intention to hurt you, right? So you should just understand them or just give them the benefit of the doubt, like, okay, they just did it for some stupid reason or something, and consider their emotions as well and not just discard it.
Good answer.
So what about you?
I've thought long and hard about red flags. I don't know. Like, I feel like probably just not understanding the efforts not understanding the efforts that has been put into the relationship. And always putting the other person down, right? Always saying, oh, that wasn't good, this wasn't good, like, you could have done this better, like, there are certain ways to say it. I feel like if you put it in a certain way, definitely it's going to come across right. But if you always do something and you point out you did it but you didn't do this, so I feel like that's when you feel like you're not good enough, and I think most of the relationship fail there.
And also, what about this dragging one's family and friends? Probably
that's pretty bad. It's
bad too, right?
Derogatory. When you say dragging, what do you mean by dragging?
Like, just not respecting them.
Oh that's very derogatory, of course. I
think one must respect one's family, right?
100%.
So I can't just come to you and speak shit about your family.
100%.
Right? Yeah, exactly, that's what I meant.
Yeah.
Are you ever afraid to be alone? Fear of being alone, and you can see your friends are getting married or they're in a relationship. Does that put the pressure on you, or does it, I know that you are not seeing anybody, so does it give you a fear of being alone or something?
Really good question. I know my answer. I'm just trying to put it in words. Like, I'm trying to have the train of thoughts. Am I afraid to be alone? At a point I was, right? I felt like I needed someone, and I am at the age, yes, I'm single. I'm at the age where all my friends are married. All of them are married, right? Most of them even have kids. At this point, like, I'm not afraid of being single, just because I feel like I've embraced it and I have other things to look forward to. Would I love to have a family, wife and a kids? Definitely yes. But I don't want to force that thing, and where I compromise on my life partner or have my life partner compromise on her thing just because I need something or they need something. So on a serious note, I'm not afraid to be single. I'm not afraid to do a life all by myself, because I think I can trick myself into looking forward to something. There's Matthew McConaughey, like the guy who I really love, his philosophies. He says a person needs three things in life, like something to look up to, something to look forward to, and someone to chase, right? And he says something to look up to is God, someone to chase is himself being better every time, and something to look forward to is his family, like where he sees his kids growing up, their next stage of life, taking a next vacation with his wife. So I think that bit of my life I can trick into looking forward to something else. Yeah, sometimes does it get lonely being all by myself? Yeah, it does a lot of times. But again, you would you rather be alone than in your own company? Of course, yes, I would rather be alone than in your own company, and definitely not. I'm not afraid to be single. I'll be very happy being single and all by myself. Have good support system. My family. I have a huge family, and have a very small good friend circle. Very very close ones. Most of them were my office peeps when I was there, and we all moved in different directions, but almost all of them are very very close. So yeah, I mean, I have good set of friends who could always be there for me, and in my loneliness. So I'm very happy.
Nothing. You just said I have good set of friends in my loneliness. That's
Yeah.
it.
When I'm going through lonely phases,
Mm.
and honestly, like, I've not felt lonely in a while.
Mm.
There's always something that I'm doing productive, some new ventures that I've taken up, and I love learning new things. So I've always been doing something new. So it's in fact, it's the other way around. I'm like, oh wow, like I get to spend some alone time without
Yeah.
doing anything. So I'm good. What about you?
No, of course not. I've been there, done that. So I'm not like, I don't feel lonely, or I don't have the pressure as well. I just think that if you're not afraid to be alone, you can find the best. I mean, you can just find the best partner for you, or you can have the best set of friends and all of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you have that thing, okay, I can never be alone, and if you have that pressure of just having someone around you, you probably would end up, being with bad friends again, or just making some bad choices, I would say. So I feel one must learn how to be happy alone. Only then you can attract good energy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I completely agree. If you put your happiness on someone else
Yeah.
as someone else's responsibility, I think in the long run it's going to be difficult. I
Yeah.
wouldn't say it's not going to work out. Sometimes it does. Who am I to say? But I feel it's going to be very difficult for one or the other person to keep it
Of course,
going forward.
if your happiness doesn't depend on someone else,
Correct.
right? If you rely on someone else for happiness, both of you are not going to be happy, you
Correct.
and the other person. So I just think, in order to be genuinely just happy, you should just learn how to be happy with yourself, make peace with it, and then you and everyone around you can just be happy.
True. Agreed. You have a very strong presence on social media, right? So what you personally, are you a different person there and in real life, and what is your take on it?
I don't know, you should tell me.
I personally feel, again, I have not seen you in that lens, but you've hung out with a couple of my friends like Chandler. When you told you have strong online presence and vlogging and stuff, he said you're super quiet, super introvert. I cannot even imagine you
Yeah.
being in that realm, right? So based on what he said, I would say you're different, but what do you think?
I think I would say I'm just quiet around new people, and for me to like open up and talk to them, it just takes a lot of time. When it comes to social media or something, that's something I really enjoy doing. For instance, I may do reels. I really enjoy that. That doesn't require me communicating with anybody.
What gives you happiness in doing reels?
I like to wear clothes, new clothes. I like to just show what I'm wearing. I like to dance. I'm not a professional dancer. I know only 2-3 steps, which I keep doing the same thing over and over. But I just like to do that. So it's just that. I just like wearing new clothes and just do it. So I feel that it's really difficult to create a journey, right? Create a social media presence, and I have somehow gotten it. I've worked for it, and I've enjoyed that process. And it's, to me, what how do I put it across? For everyone else, it could be just like, okay, you're doing reels, you're just doing that, you're just doing this, but I just feel like I'm just enjoying with it. I would have done it even if I had like 0 followers or something. It's just like documenting my life. So yeah, it's just that. So again, like you said, I'm not communicating with anybody, I'm just doing what I like. And when it comes to YouTube and stuff, I'm just doing, probably, let's say I'm doing a skincare routine. I'm just excited about that process. I want to like show my audience how I'm just like trying it out. If it works out, I would want to share it with my audience. So again, so that's something I really enjoy. Not that speaking to new people isn't something that I enjoy, but I'm just like processing it. For me to like process and get really into it, it takes a little while. I would say I think I'm an introvert. I'm confident about myself, but also I'm a little introvert. Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah. And a lot of my friends have told this to me as well. They're like, you're so quiet, you're so quiet, you're so quiet. Most of my friends, they just feel that. Even my best friend is just her talking most of the times. She just goes on and on and on and on about her life, and I'm like, I probably just tell her what to do and what not to do at times. But I'm just like, I'm just always on the listening end, and I like that more than just going on about what I like or what I want to say. At times I just like to listen to people. What about you? You have your own podcasting channel and you have your own work life, and also you have your own personal life, a very good balance, I would say. Are you the same person or a different person?
I'm the same person. I mean, I get the same feedback too. Like, they don't see like I'm a different person in my podcast. In initial stages of my podcast, like, I have very small following, right? And most of them were my family and friends. Not exactly family. Most of them were my friends from US. They got to know a lot about my mom, my childhood. Like, I told one childhood story like this. So they said they got to know a lot more about me, but they didn't say anything that I'm a different person there or something like that. So they've always said whatever I see there is whatever I see, even in my work.
Yeah, I think now that I think of it, I only speak when I'm asked to speak. Like, if you ask me a question, I'll answer. Probably I'll just ask a follow-up question like, what do you feel about it? But on my own, I never open my mouth.
You've been pretty chatty on my podcast though, which is good.
Yeah, but again, it's like a podcast, and I'm interacting. It's like a two-way thing, right? And you're asking me questions, and then I'm asking you questions, so there's an interaction. But in a general setting, if there's like a group of friends or anything, if everyone else is talking to one another, I just like to listen to it. If I'm like, if at all they expect me to talk or something, I feel more pressurized to it. I just want to be like left alone. They can definitely ask me something. I'm not like, I don't want them talking to me at all, but I wouldn't like force them to talk to me as well. If they want to talk to me, they can, or if not, they don't have to talk as well. But I don't want to feel that pressure of entertaining anybody. I just want to be like relaxed.
That's good.
Yeah.
Recently when I was talking to my friend, and they bought the concept of outgrowing people, right? When I say outgrowing people, there's certain steps that you take in life or certain stages that you get in life where you feel like you cannot be connected, or cannot is the wrong word, but you won't be able to connect with your old set of friends, and you start getting a new set of friends, and your old set of friends fade away. So do you believe in that outgrowing concept, or it's like, what do you think about that concept?
I think this happens to most people. You cannot stay in touch, and it's not like you hate them or something happened between the two of you. It's just that they chose a different path, you chose a different thing, and you were not able to stay in touch. So it just happens like that. And once in a while, somehow somewhere you cross paths, and or something reminds you of them, and you just drop a text, and they're still nice to you. They're just still, and they're happy for you, but you don't hang out with them as much. So I had this friend where we were very close, almost like we would see each other every day. And over a period of time, she chose a different path, and I became busy with my own life. We don't hang out as much, but we still really respect each other. Is this the real definition of outgrowing?
Yeah, probably.
So we are really good friends with each other. Once in a while, we send random texts, and we ask about how each other are, and we don't have any bad feelings or that bad vibe, like, okay, she didn't meet me, she didn't meet me, I hate her, and all of that. No, there's nothing like that. We respect each other. It's just that you don't meet each other. That's it.
Awesome. I
What
also
about
believe,
you?
no, it's the same thing. I also believe, like, friends, that's why you call friends even after 1 year of not being in touch. If you call them, you start off where you left.
Exactly, and you talk to them as if they've been talking to you every day.
Yeah.
Right? I feel that's what true friendship is. It's not about meeting them every now and then. True friends is somebody who will understand that, okay, they're busy with something, they probably have something going on, and just that pure understanding. That's it.
I agree 100%. So Nivi, thanks a lot for doing this for me, and it was really fun having conversation with you. It was like more of me being on your podcast than you being on mine. But on a serious note, like, I've seen most of the podcasts, like, I feel like the host talks a lot, and my goal was always to let the people who I invite talk a lot, and also like let them just ride with it. So that's why I don't come up with any scripts prior to the thing. It's just roll and just keep talking and let the conversations flow. And I hope you enjoyed being on my podcast.
Yeah, your channel is anything about everything. So
Exactly.
I think that's what we did even today. We spoke about anything and everything, but I really did enjoy speaking about all these topics. Yeah, I really had a great time. Thanks for inviting me.
Awesome. Thank you so much for doing.
Thank you.
Viewers, thank you so much for listening to us, and see you in our next episode.
Bye-bye.
Bye.